Imagine this. A child sits at the dinner table, tapping their fingers impatiently. Is it ready yet? They groan as their parent stirs a pot on the stove. The parent sighs, just a few more minutes. The child whines, ugh, I can't wait that long. They grab a tablet and start mindlessly skipping through videos. 10 seconds, then skip. Another 5 seconds, skip again. Now, let's rewind a few decades. Picture a child in the 1980s. They sit at the same dinner table waiting. There's no tablet, no YouTube, no instant distractions. They learn patience because they have no other choice. So, what changed? Why do kids today have no patience? A 2023 study by Microsoft found that the average attention span of a child today is just 8 seconds, which is now shorter than a goldfish at 9 seconds. In the year 2000, the average human attention span was 12 seconds. By 2024, it had dropped by 33%, with children showing the most drastic decline. Before we start blaming kids for being too impatient, let's be real. This isn't their fault. We live in a world designed for instant gratification, and kids have been wired to expect everything now. The science behind shorter attention spans. A 5-year-old is holding a tablet, swiping left and right, skipping through videos the second they get bored. This child has never had to wait for entertainment. It's all on demand. Dr. Anna Lemke, a professor of psychiatry at Stanford University, explains, every time a child gets instant gratification, whether it's a YouTube video, a video game reward, or a snack in seconds, it triggers a dopamine release. This is the brain's feel-good chemical. When kids get used to dopamine hits every few seconds, their brains start craving them. Their brain literally rewires itself to expect instant results, making patience feel uncomfortable, even painful. The role of technology and impatience. The average child under 10 now spends more than 7 hours a day on screens, while the recommended limit is just 2 hours. Every scroll, every instant like, every video skip. It's training kids to expect everything instantly. Dr. Jean Twenge, psychologist and author of iGen, states, apps like TikTok have completely changed how kids consume content. If a video doesn't grab their attention in the first 3 seconds, they move on. The result? Kids struggle to focus on anything long-term, including school, conversations, and problem-solving. The culture of instant gratification. In 2005, people were willing to wait 5 to 7 days for an online order. Today, if shipping takes longer than 48 hours, 90% of consumers abandon their cart. If adults can't handle waiting anymore, imagine what's happening to kids who never knew a world without instant everything. A mom pulls up to a drive-thru. I'd like a Happy Meal, please. In less than 60 seconds, the food is ready. Compare that to 30 years ago, when families cooked meals from scratch or waited at sit-down restaurants. The consequences of raising impatient kids. Kids who struggle with patience face major challenges in life. Academics, poor focus, trouble with long reading assignments. Relationships, struggle with delayed gratification and sharing. Mental health, higher rates of anxiety and stress. A study found that kids with low patience levels at age 5 were more likely to experience higher anxiety and depression rates by age 15. So what can we do about it? How to help kids build patience. Building patience in children is not a one-time lesson. It's a lifelong skill that must be nurtured, reinforced, and modeled. This chapter dives deep into practical, science-backed strategies for parents, including step-by-step activities, real-world applications, and expert insights. 1. The power of delayed gratification. One of the strongest indicators of future success isn't intelligence, wealth, or even social status. It's self-control. In the 1960s, psychologist Dr. Walter Mischel at Stanford University conducted an experiment that would shape decades of psychological research. He placed a marshmallow in front of a child and told them, "You can eat this marshmallow now, or if you wait 15 minutes, you'll get 2 marshmallows." Some kids resisted. Some gave in. Years later, follow-up studies showed that the children who waited for the second marshmallow were more likely to be higher academic achievers, more emotionally stable, better at handling stress and setbacks. How to reinforce delayed gratification at home. You can recreate this experiment in simple ways. Offer choices like, you can have 1 small cookie now or 2 if you wait until after dinner. Encourage saving money by giving allowances, but only letting kids spend after a certain period. Use reward-based waiting. Like, if you finish your chores first, we can go to the park for an extra 30 minutes. By teaching kids to wait for rewards, you are rewiring their brains to see value in patience. 2. Boredom is good. Why kids need unstructured time. Many parents today feel pressure to keep their kids constantly entertained. The problem? Kids who never experience boredom struggle with patience and creativity. Dr. Teresa Belton, a researcher at the University of East Anglia, states, children today have so much stimulation that they are losing the ability to self-regulate and entertain themselves. Boredom is essential for creativity and emotional resilience. How to implement boredom time in your home. 1. Limit screen time. Designate tech-free hours where kids must engage in non-digital activities. Replace passive entertainment with creative play options. Legos, puzzles, books, and outdoor exploration. Encourage independent play. If your child complains about being bored, resist the urge to fix it. Instead, say, "That's great. What creative idea can you come up with?" Introduce open-ended play materials. Items like cardboard boxes, art supplies, and building blocks force kids to use their imagination rather than expect instant entertainment. Teaching kids to sit with boredom is a skill that builds patience over time. 3. The role of mindfulness and emotional regulation. Impatience isn't just about behavior, it's about emotional control. Children who struggle with patience often get frustrated when things don't go their way, have difficulty handling delayed rewards, struggle with big emotions like anger and disappointment. Dr. Daniel Siegel, a clinical professor of psychiatry at UCLA, explains, patience is deeply tied to emotional regulation. When children learn to manage frustration and self-soothe, they are more likely to delay gratification and think long-term. 1. The Take 5 breathing technique. Teach your child to trace their fingers while taking deep breaths. Each time they trace up a finger, they inhale. When they trace down, they exhale. This grounds them and helps control impulsive impatience. 2. Waiting jars. Fill a jar with glitter and water. When shaken, the glitter swirls around, just like a child's overwhelmed mind. Teach them that waiting is like letting the glitter settle. Calm and patience take time. 3. The 5-4-3-2-1 patience game. When a child is feeling frustrated from waiting, ask them to name 5 things they see, 4 things they hear, 3 things they feel, 2 things they smell, 1 thing they are excited about. This redirects focus and builds patience through distraction and awareness. 4. Slow parenting. Teaching kids to appreciate the process. Modern life is fast, but kids thrive when things slow down. Slow parenting is a movement that encourages unstructured time instead of overscheduling, process-focused learning instead of quick results, delayed rewards instead of instant gratification. Psychologist Carl Honore, author of Under Pressure: Rescuing Childhood from the Culture of Hyperparenting, states, children need slowness. When they are constantly rushed from one thing to another, they never learn to savor moments, enjoy effort, or tolerate waiting. Practical ways to slow down family life. 1. Encourage slow hobbies. Gardening, painting, puzzles, and storytelling require patience and persistence. These activities counteract the urge for instant gratification. 2. Make waiting part of daily routines. Instead of handing them a snack instantly, say, "Help me prepare it first." Instead of rushing through bedtime, incorporate slow storytelling. 3. Teach kids to enjoy the journey, not just the outcome. Praise effort over speed. Cheer instead of wow. You finished that fast. Say, "Wow, I love how you took your time and focused." 5. How to reinforce patience in real-world situations. Patience is built through practice, and the best place to practice is real life. Grocery store patience challenge. Give kids a small shopping list. Challenge them to find items without rushing. Teach them to stand in line without distractions. Restaurant waiting game. When at a restaurant, set a waiting challenge. Tell kids, "Let's see how long we can talk without looking at a phone." Traffic light patience game. In the car, play the stoplight game. Every red light, ask, "What's one good thing about waiting?" By turning waiting into a game, kids develop positive associations with patience. Children today are growing up in a world of instant everything, but that doesn't mean we have to accept it. By reinforcing delayed gratification, mindfulness, and slow living, we can rewire kids to embrace patience as a strength. Because in the real world, success isn't about getting things fast. It's about perseverance, resilience, and self-control. Like and subscribe for more parenting strategies. Comment, what's your favorite way to teach patience to kids? Share this with another parent who needs this advice.